beautiful, beautiful day. Definitely feels like spring is coming, which also means daylight savings time. We sprung forward, lost an hour of sleep. I thought we were past this. I thought we voted to get rid of this daylight savings thing. Well, I very much look forward to the day that happens. But anyways, I hope you're all enjoying your day. This is a moment where I'm able to touch base with my community, where we can just have a silly little conversation on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. And yeah, it's just a great old time. Well, whatever time it is for you there. And there's Kim. Good morning. Well, good afternoon. Happy noon. It's exactly noon right now. But it's good to see you, Kim. It was amazing having a little luncheon with you. Really enjoyed that, our creative conversations. And that piece of artwork that you made was incredible. I'm excited to share that with the community. We got Matt. Hey, Mystic. Kim, you're also a member. Oh my gosh. Amazing. I love to see those custom emojis that you guys have access to now. Oh, speaking of members. Oh yeah, Kim. Oh, it warms my heart every time I look at it. It's of Mr. Copper Dog. I love it so much. Hey Archie, your first time to attend. Welcome, bud. I'm so happy that you're here. But speaking of members, I finished the limited release. The art vessels, the tool holders. Hi, and I'm really happy with how they turned out. So I got a couple different styles here, from cool elven feel. Remember when I was forging these the other day? And then this one here is very celestial, like an armillary, like you're charting the stars with that. And then of course we got to go, real dwarven, and I'm still figuring out pricing. These took a little bit longer than I expected them to, but I want to make them very as affordable as possible. I'm not looking to make a buck here. I'm wanting to give you guys some of my work. And that's always a struggle for me when it comes to pricing, because I'd just love to give it away if I could afford it. I just got bills. And so I'm currently figuring out the pricing for that, but I'm going to release them to the public very soon. But first, I release them to the members and the patrons. So hopefully they don't get bought up just through them, and then we'll actually be able to get them through YouTube. But Kim, I'm so glad. But yeah, I hope they'll adorn one of your guys' art desks, or maybe your school, where you do your schoolwork. You could put your pencils and all that stuff in there. I got my eye on those. Okay, Kim, you got it. Well, as a member, you'll have first dibs. Call the price and take my money. I have zero interest in money. All I want to do is be able to pay my bills, and that's fine. Awesome, love them all. Catherine, I'm so glad. Oh, Catherine, we had such an amazing tea time through the patrons this morning. It was a lot of fun. I lost internet in the middle of it somehow. That's the first time that's ever happened. So if I suddenly disappear, that's what happened. All right? We had a great conversation, a lot of self-reflection, a lot of, projecting forward creatively, talking down that self-critic, criticizing the self-critic. There we go. It was great. And also what was it? Oh, I said it in the tea time. What the heck? What did I say? It was great. Creative accountability. Yeah, so through the Discord and the patrons, we kind of touch base with each other, because it's a very creative space. Creative accountability. Steven, yes. I love that. We got to make that a thing. Maybe I'll make that a t-shirt. I don't know. But keep each other accountable for being creative. Because it's so often that we let our responsibilities get in the way. We let so many things just get in our way, as opposed to breathing, taking those creative breaths that we so dearly need. I'm sorry, I'm missing the chat here. It sucks there are bills. Oh, Archie, it does. Wish I could do what I love, because because you love it. And that's the real crux of every artist's journey, right? It's how do I keep a roof over my head, keep my family fed, meanwhile doing the things I love? That's the juggling act of the century, you know what I mean? But I think through a lot of hard work, perseverance, we can do it. You know, all of us have the ability to do it. It's just hard. Really, really hard. I leave for that TV show next Friday. Oh, Kim, I'm so excited for you. I'm hoping it will be some exposure. Heck yes. I hope for the very same. I very anticipate, looking forward to that. That's gonna be fantastic for you. Very exciting stuff. Whew. Sorry, I just mowed. I'm gonna probably mow this evening as well. And now my allergies are kicking in. Whew. You guys ever get those? When all of a sudden there's just like a fire anthill in your sinuses? Whew. We're recovering. We're coming back. That was a bad one. But on this beautiful Sunday, I hope you're finding the time to allow yourself to be creative. Even if you don't see yourself as an artist, which I think is total BS. Everyone's an artist in their own capacity. Because creativity is a skill. It's a tool. It's a muscle. You know, and you got to work that stuff out. But I'm a firm believer that everyone has a creative outlet. You know what I mean? Yeah, happy Sunday, Jet. I have to fix an oil leak in my mower. Matt, see, there's artistry just in that, into troubleshooting. You know, there's artistry everywhere. And just because you're not like a painter doesn't mean you're not an artist. You know? Like I've seen some of the best gaskets ever from some of these old timers. I'll get a little ball peen hammer like this, and they'll be doing amazing work on this nice, crisp, sharp-lined gasket. It's artwork, you know. Like you can't talk me out of it. You will not talk me off this hill. Dang it! So today, I think maybe just spend some time appreciating the artwork that you surround yourself with. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm just kooky. Maybe I'm just wild and crazy. Just saying. Artistry is laying out the homestead. Oh, Stephen, yeah. It takes so many moving parts to do so. How do you get water, power, all that good stuff? How did you like the water bottle? I love it. It's cleaning right now. It's drying. I've been using it. It's so cool. So I haven't exposed it to the public just yet. But Kim painted this amazing picture of Mr. Copper Dog. And then also made a beautiful like water cup with the picture on it. I don't know how they did it. It's amazing. I know a ton about animals. Archie, yeah. I mean, to be a zookeeper, whoa. And I can catch snakes this summer. Ooh, Archie, what is your favorite snake to catch? So I'll never forget, during the wintertime here. Hey, Colton, good to see you from the forge. Ooh, we got a member here. Working mechanic in heavy machinery makes me feel like I'm building post-work Fallout machines. Totally mythic. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, are we talking in like a junker, like raider type of way? Or are we talking like Brotherhood of Steel kind of way? You know what I'm asking? You know where I'm going with this. Mad Max, totally. Fox snakes, 5 to 6 feet long. Holy crap. That's big. That's real big. So here in the wintertime, I grew up in a gardening family. And the hell is that? I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. But it sounds like hell. Anyways, but we would, as kids, we would push over the mulch pile that was nice and toasty warm, steaming hot in the wintertime, especially in the center. And the king snakes would lay their eggs in the center of it to stay nice and warm. And there would just be this like Medusa head. We'd come out as kids with this giant writhing Medusa head of king snake babies about the width of your finger. That was great times. Yeah, snakes, they bother the hell out of people. Black widows, spiders, I'm not a big fan of. Most days, Brotherhood of Steel, yeah, mythic. Oh, and Victorian, that's amazing. Are you excited for that new show that's coming out? I don't know what the hell's going on out there, but it sounds quite post-apocalyptic right now. There's a motorcycle ripping around. I don't know if you can hear that or not. Speaking of Mad Max, well, we got what are the Half-Life boys? They have the ashy pale skin. What are they called? Dang it. Totally blanking on that. The chat is on fire today. This is a blast. Just a dumb fireman? No, there's no such thing. War boys! Jet, thank you. Working, but I made it. Angie, I'm so glad to have you here. Yeah, I love these Sunday chats where we can just kind of exchange fun ideas, get each other pumped on the week to come. I can do snakes and crocodiles, lizards, but spiders, absolutely not. Archie, we're one and the same. I don't know, it's just too many legs. There's either, what is it, too many legs or too few legs? Hey! Mythic just signed up for more? Oh gosh. Okay, so Mythic. I got some news for you. So when it comes to the memberships, for through YouTube, there's gonna be more perks coming down the line. So you're gonna have, the members are gonna have first dibs on these limited releases I'm gonna start doing. I want to do these more often because I want as many chances for people to own pieces of my work as possible. You know what I mean? But also, I'm gonna start. So I have an online apprenticeship program through Patreon, right? And that one's like super curated. Like I give everyone a super deep, in-depth, like work through when it comes to the online apprenticeship through Patreon. But those videos are already made. So I talked to the Patreon, the patrons over there, and they're totally fine with me posting their apprenticeship videos through the memberships. Because might as well spread that knowledge. I feel like everyone should have, especially if you're in the heavy machinery world, the ability to move steel. Everybody needs like a little bit of that knowledge, I feel like, because you never know when you might need it. Speaking of post-apocalyptic, be able to utilize steel, I think is a very important aspect of everyday life, and I'd be able to spread that out is just a joy. So look forward to that. Sorry, I'm missing comments here. With me, it's cockroaches. Don't do cockroaches, Troy. I could only imagine. And too many babies. Oh. Ooh, you were bit by a brown recluse. Oh, those are dangerous. Mythic, couldn't agree more. Good deal. That's why I try to teach my family when I can. Colton, 100%. It's just good to know. It is. Well, and like steel and metal should never be surrounded by mystique and mystery. So often that people see a chunk of steel and see something immovable. You know what I mean? Something that is completely inert from adjustment. There's so much you can do with this stuff. Anything, truly anything. I could take this square and I can draw this thing out into just series of needles. I can make nails from this damn thing. You can do anything. And to be able to lift the veil, I think is a really wonderful thing. At the same time, there is a magic in smithing. Oh, I feel like there's magic in all trades to take material. There's magic just in material. There's nothing but possibility, right? Think of, now you're gonna get me philosophical here. Let me go grab that again. Okay. Think of this, the way I like to see things is almost think of it like a family tree. In its current state is the trunk. Sure, it's got a lot of roots. This came from a giant ore mine, and then went through a mill. Then it went through a series of dyes to become flat stock. It traveled the world at some point. But it's here in my shop. So right now, it's in its trunk state. It's the beginning. And then the amount of things that this thing can turn into could be a bracket, it could be rings, it could be nails, it could be anything. Just imagine that, just fractal into infinity like branches on a tree. Material is precious. It could be a log that you might turn into a bowl. think of material as just an endless fractal of possibility. It's the way I like to think about some things sometimes, to get really romantic when it comes to artwork, to trade, to creation in general. Started a rock in the ground, Colton, exactly. And one thing really fun about smithing is you're using the four elements. You're using water to quench. You're using oxygen to heat. And, of course, fire to do the same. You're kind of mixing those two together. And then earth. It's earth. It's nothing but earth, just refined a little bit. How cool is that? And I feel like every trade has that. And there was a certain time when smithing was at the center of a culture, a little hamlet, a town, a city. Because a carpenter needed nails, the glass blower needed tools, whatever. We've gotten quite a ways from being able to utilize and work with steel, and I want to bring that back into just commonplace. You don't have to be a full-time blacksmith to know how to blacksmith. You can just be a person that knows how to blacksmith, Metal can be sad or beautiful. Ooh, Archie. For example, you can make an animal enclosure. Oh, gosh. A sad, boring fence. Wow, Archie, don't get me going down that road. That's very philosophical. Yeah, steel metals have the power to do terrible and sad things, but also some of the most beautiful things. Isn't that interesting? It could be the scalpel for life-saving surgery. Could be a bullet. It's just, isn't that remarkable? How one material can kind of take on so many masks. Don't get me going down this road, gosh. Man. Now I want to how do I capture that in sculpture? Heath, what is your favorite D&D character to play? I love utility, and I love playing the comic relief. It is definitely fun to do a bunch of damage or something like that, and do sorry, I did not mean to. No, Archie, that was beautiful. Thanks for allowing my brain to go there. I wasn't thinking about that before, and I'm glad I thought about it now. No, you should never apologize for good conversation, ever. And I hope you guys have a nice little cup of tea, a little hot beverage. Beery the Dwarf? Yeah, Archie, pretty much Beery. That's my favorite because I love to create creative solutions for things. For me, being able to do the final blow on the final boss, sure, that's a lot of fun. But I really love to do utility. I love to support, pick people up, and make people laugh. That's one of my favorite things to do. Sometimes he's the big pain in the butt. Kind of goes hand in hand a little bit. But I've yet to play the gruff, not funny player. Maybe that'll be a fun challenge for me next character I play, to try and purposefully not make them funny. That'll be hard. And upgrade your friends, Archie. Yes, yeah. Labor work has been offering me blacksmithing classes. Really? That's incredible. It is because of you I agreed to take it. Mythic, get on in there. Because, okay, so Mythic, you've talked about, your heavy industrial mechanic, maybe, you know what I mean? Diesel mechanic kind of stuff. There's certain tools that are only best made through blacksmithing because you're aligning the grains. You're not just cutting material, you're moving material, you're sculpting it. So there's certain times where smithing is superior to, let's say, fabrication. No, don't do that. We need max humor. Archie, I like to challenge myself a little bit, I just created my first D&D character. Oh, Kim, that's amazing. Ooh, and also to answer your question from before, Kim, no updates on the really exciting library commission, but I'll be sure to update you with any new news that I have for you. Also, I have really good news for you guys. Mythic says I will definitely take into consideration. Mythic, please do. It's good stuff to know. Stephen and I this morning had a great conversation. He's also an apprentice of mine through Patreon. is he's taking so many classes. He has a GI Bill, which is amazing because it's investing into his education and investing into your noodle, your peanut. This is the true gem hiding between your ears, behind your eyes. You know, it's amazing how important this is. And it's very easy to take for granted. You know, invest in that. Invest in your brain. It's amazing what it can do. You know, and what the things it can piece together. You know, like when people are asking me, like, how do I get into my art form? How do I make this my job? Think about what you're good at. Think about literally all the things that you're good at. You know what I mean? Not just your art form, but maybe it's your networking abilities. Maybe you're really organized, you know? Maybe you're like an extreme introvert and you don't need to get out there, and you could just hunker down for months at a time and just work, get that out. Think about all the skills, all the attributes that you have that are a boon for you, and see if you can connect all those, like a little constellation, right? Think about a constellation. Try not to smash my finger. So, let me move my teeth. Think about your constellation. Let's say over here, you're really good at people. You can empathize. You can communicate with people. It's good stuff, you know? You're maybe not the life of the party, but you're kind and you can, you know, talk to people very well. Maybe over here you have a very good spatial awareness. Maybe over here you got yourself, I don't know, you know, like you can, you're really good with your like colors. You can color wheel like a mad person. And then maybe over here you did web design. All of those things might feel unrelated, but I'm telling you what, you can get yourself a little constellation, and there you have your like creative constellation. You can then, I don't know, I'm making stuff up as I go, but it's a good place to start when trying to be creative for your livelihood. It's a skill tree, rage, exactly. Think of it yourself as like a character creation. Think of your feats. Think of your skills and, you know, accomplishments. It's a skill tree. So when we're talking about investing in your nugget, the gold nugget right here, think about all the skills that you can add to that constellation. I don't know. I'm just rambling here. I'm just a madman. I don't know what I'm talking about. Got to get that XP. I love that. You should make this into a full-fledged inspirational video. That's genius. Oh, well, hey, this is just ramblings of a madman. You could add inspirational music to this all you want. Sounds like good advice. Well, shit, Troy. I mean, I'm just doing the best I can with what I got. And well, that's the beauty about conversation. All of a sudden, you tripped and fell into a good idea. It's easy to do. You know, you're on a precarious path, you know, as you're going through your day. But I swear, good conversation can totally evoke a nice little rock that you can roll your ankle on and fall into a good thought, you know? If your friend sent you this, then no, you should do this series of egging the creatives on. Hey, I'm here for it. And actually, so I don't know if you guys saw this, but on the channel, I started doing the creative workshop again, because previously with my good buddy Damien, we met through the Artist's Way. And that was the beginning of the creative workshop. It stopped for a while. We did the Artist's Way, and that was a blast. But I want to pick the creative workshop back up and start doing interviews just like this, having good conversation that we might just so happen trip and fall into a good thought. And I want to start really doing a lot of those, especially with just interesting and very diverse creators out there, because it's this type of thing that can really light the fires. Yeah, Kim, I'm really excited. We have one episode on, currently editing the next. So look forward to those. They'll be a good old time. I created. It's weird. So what I've noticed is creative, and I've said this before. Creatives like to isolate. I don't know why we do this, but we do, and that's like the worst thing ever, because first of all, it's hard being a creative person, and also everyone is a creative person. Don't even start with me. It could just be the cool lines that you create grid style with mowing the lawn. There's creativity that permeates everywhere. If you're a human being, you are creative in some way, right? It could even just be like, oh, I don't step on cracks on the sidewalk. There's creativity in creating the rhythm of your steps. Everyone's creative. And it's hard being creative because it's also isolationary innately because it's all here. It's all in your noggin. And it's good to be able to converse, to be able to exchange ideas that you have and realize I'm not completely alone. Because there's nothing worse for people than to be completely alone or feel completely alone. Isolationism when it came to COVID, lockdowns and stuff like that. Like people are still suffering from that isolation. We are very, very social beings. And especially if you're highly creative, oh my gosh, there's no greater hell to be stuck into. You know what I mean? So, being able to have these good conversations, and I wasn't seeing many creatives have good conversations. So I was like, what the hell? I better start this thing up then. So here we are. One thing led to another. I get lost in crafting everything. Ooh, jet, yes. Unless someone is around. Oh man, yeah. And it's just good to know that you're not alone. Because you're not. You're not alone. We have this beautiful internet at our disposal. We can have friends from across the globe. It's amazing, And if you ever want to reach out and find some good community, we got a pretty good one at Discord. I can't speak for anybody else, besides just myself. I enjoy it. It's a pretty cool community, but my Discord is just Max Randolph, and if you ever feel alone, don't. Reach out to the Discord and find some community there that'll 100% love you, whoever you are. Steven, yeah. Oh, well, now I'm all full of sunshine and rainbows. Gosh, I'm waiting for a white unicorn to go walking by. God, all the good vibes here today. Oh, I totally forgot my good news. I got good news for you guys. So you remember when I told you guys, I haven't been paid since October because the Valhalla doors kind of fell through. And that's okay. Things happen. The client had to put everything on hold for their own reasons. But remember I did a little live. Oh, Casey Page, perfect. Thank you for putting the Discord in the chat. Wonderful. But I went out and I met with the rolling Hobbit door client because they reached out and they wanted work. Sometimes it's a little terrifying when it's all of a sudden a year worth of work just went poof. What do I do? All right. So we reached out and they wanted work. And I was just like, oh my gosh, thank goodness. I wasn't sure I was going to pay the mortgage. And we met and they want a banister. They want a chandelier. They want me to give the rolling Hobbit door pretty much it's been years now. It's been close to 10 years now that thing's been in service, rolling open and closed every day. So it needs a service. So they need to go out there and service the thing, rebuild some stuff. So what a relief. Love those clients to death. They're amazing. They're the center of the triangle. We'll get to that someday. But yeah, great news coming from that. So look forward to me building an epic chandelier and handrail for them. It's going to be fun. Because for them, nothing can be boring. Well, at least for me, nothing can be boring. And they allow me to make cool things. That's the dream client, is they allow you a little bit of creative freedom. Oh, you guys. Well, I'm leaving here juiced up. Feeling good. Oh, Also, I have some more content coming for you for the YouTubes. So it's the same client for the rolling hobbit door. I built them a big old like full dining redwood set, right? I love that you're using the custom emojis, buddy. I love that. But one of their chairs fell over, and there's a steel bracket that's on top of the redwood, and it fell so hard that bracket kind of broke loose out of the wood a little bit. So I get to do some repairs on that. But I kind of want to do a little bit of deep dive into the project and just kind of take you on the journey with me. Do a little maxed out. You know what I mean? I want to just be able to share workshop stuff because it's unfortunate not everybody can have workshop time. You know, they got the day job to go to. You know, you got to do what you got to do. So I want to be able to share my shop with you. And any way I can, I'm really looking forward to it. Also, more lives in the shop. I hear you guys liked when we did that, just an impromptu live while I'm working. So look forward to those. It's going to be fun. I need more puppies to paint. Oh, hey, if you guys have any commissions, Kim, reach out to Kim if you need a portrait for your puppy. Oh, that would be great. You just wait until I show you guys their work on Mr. Copper Dog. Amazing. Archie, welcome to the Discord. Welcome to the family. I love it. All right, everybody. I'm going to leave you to your day. Thank you for joining me. I hope you make this rest of your Sunday the absolute best it can be. All right? I love you guys. Don't forget to love each other. Do something kind for someone. Doesn't cost you a thing. All right? Take care and happy Sunday, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.